Hi friend, my name is Anda, and this is Be Busy Reading with my friend Cashi. Cashi, say hi.
No.
Cashi, why are you so grumpy?
I'm not in a good mood today, okay? Sometimes that happens. I'm not in a good mood.
Of course it happens. Is there anything we can do to help?
Well, I didn't get a good night's sleep last night because nobody read me a bedtime story at all. Not even one. And so I couldn't sleep.
Not one? I know how important a good bedtime story is.
I love a good bedtime story, and there wasn't a good one last night, so I didn't get to read, and I didn't get to hear a good story, and now I'm just grumpy.
Well, Cashi, close your eyes. I've got a surprise.
A surprise?
Mm-hmm.
Is it licorice?
Cashi, close your
Oh,
eyes.
okay. My eyes are closed. Can I open them?
Yep, you can.
That's a bear!
Yeah, and it's one of the best bedtime stories I've ever read.
A good bedtime story with a bear?
Mm-hmm.
I know that bear.
You do?
That's my uncle on my mom's side.
Cashi, I don't think that's your uncle.
Well, no, but it's a good-looking bear.
It is a good-looking bear.
And I love bears. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm a bear.
Oh, Cashi.
I am.
You are indeed.
I'm 3/4 bear and 1/4 Italian.
And you know what this book's about?
A bear?
And his friend.
Oh, the bear has a friend?
Just like we're friends.
We are friends.
Yeah, and just like we're friends too.
They're my friend too?
Yeah, and I think they should read this book with us. It's The Bear and the Fern, written by Mr. J and illustrated by Mary Manning.
Oh, both very talented.
Yeah, they are.
I love a good book about a bear.
I know you do, Cashi.
Is there porridge in this one?
Cashi, let's read and find out.
Oh, okay.
It started one day when a man and his wife moved into a house to begin their new life. They laid down the carpets and painted one wall. They hung up some pictures in the front entry hall.
Oh, that's something. They bought a house, huh?
They did. Look at that house. Isn't it lovely?
It's very nice. It's a tough housing market these days, though.
It really is.
Yeah.
Their family came over bringing gifts for their home. 3 blenders, 2 toasters, and a used garden gnome.
I love a garden gnome.
Yeah. And one final gift that they liked quite a lot. A smallish green plant in a reddish clay pot.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, plants make very good gifts.
They do, don't they?
They do.
The plant was placed down near a window with care, in a room with a crib and a brand new stuffed bear.
A stuffed, oh, I love a stuffed bear.
I know. With brilliant white fur and a wide, happy grin, like he just couldn't wait for the fun to begin. Isn't that so nice? Look at that
Very
bear.
nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Are you sure that's not my uncle?
I don't think it is, Cashi.
Oh, okay.
The bear woke each night and snuck out the door, anxious to run round the house and explore.
He's a fun bear.
He is. He'd ask the plant nicely each night before he went. Care to go for a walk? But she'd never consent.
No.
I can't go. Don't bother, said the plant, sounding stern. I'm not able to move. I'm only a fern. But won't you just try? Bear sounded confused. But Fern shook her leaves as she firmly refused.
But he just wants to get her to play with him.
He does.
Why won't she?
We don't know.
She's a little grumpy like I was.
She is, but you know what?
What?
He respected her wishes and he didn't keep pushing her.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's a good friend.
He is.
Oh, I like that.
So Bear, with a sigh, would explore on his own, while Fern watched the yard through the glass all alone.
Oh, that's sad, kind of sad for both of them.
It is. I think they would like to play together. Aww. See? Bear looks sad. Weeks rolled on by, and Fern wouldn't relent, secure in her place, unmoved and content. While Bear ran off playing with new friends he had made, a vacuum, some books, and a pale pink lampshade.
That's pretty funny.
That is. Look at Bear. He's having
That's
fun.
a fun bear.
He'd ask every night before roaming about, could we go for a walk? It's so nice to go out. There's a garden out back, and it all smells so sweet, with some funny old roses that I'd like you to meet. And each time he'd ask, Fern would soundly reject. I'm a potted house plant. What do you expect? plants sit and we grow when we take in the sun. We don't walk, we don't spin, and we don't have that much fun. But how do you know? Try it once, he'd implore. But Fern wouldn't budge from her place on the floor.
Oh, she sounds very stubborn.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, I wish she would just try.
She should. You never know what could happen. Months passed them by and the days became colder. Bear's fur had faded and Fern had grown older. Each night Bear'd go out, whether snow, cold, or rain, while Fern watched him play from behind her glass pane. And night after night he'd ask Fern to go. But each time he'd ask, she'd shake her leaves. No. I like to play in the rain too.
Me too. I like the puddles.
Isn't it so fun to jump in them?
So fun. So fun.
It's fun to do with friends too.
Yeah, it really is. I wish Bear didn't have to do it by himself.
Me too. Seasons flew by and years faded away, with Fern in her spot and Bear out to play. His one ear was chewed and his fur matted down. Her leaves had grown bigger and some edges were brown. But still Bear kept trying. You don't need to be prone. And Fern would snap back, just leave me alone.
But he's just trying to be a good friend.
Yeah, but it's not something that Fern wants to try.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it is. Decades would pass in much the same way. And then as it happened, on one fateful day, a strange man appeared and came through the door and dropped a big box in the room on the floor.
Who's this guy?
I don't know. We really need to find out, huh?
Yeah, who's this man?
Let's see. He packed up the box with all that could fit. Some toys, a few games, and a used catcher's mitt. He moved out the bed, the dresser, and chair. Then on top of the box, he placed the old bear.
He's a moving man?
He is.
They're moving from the house?
It looks like it.
And Fern too?
Let's see. I have no room for this plant, the man said with a bark. And he left Fern behind on her spot in the dark.
So Fern's gonna be there all by herself and Bear's gonna go?
It looks like it.
Oh, this is no good.
This is not good.
No good.
Fern sat real still in the silence of night, reflecting upon her unfortunate plight. The only light came from a bit of moon glow, and she anxiously looked through the frosty window. But no one was playing in the cold wintry air, and she wept as she realized that Bear wasn't there.
She really loved Bear.
She did. She liked seeing him play.
She didn't even realize it until he wasn't there anymore.
No.
Oh.
Maybe
Poor
she
Fern.
feels like she missed her chance, maybe.
Oh, I hope she didn't.
Then all alone, her leaves withered and dry, Fern sadly wondered, well, what if I try? She rocked to her left, then swayed to her right. It took all of her strength and the last of her will, but she took a small hop away from the sill.
She did it.
She did it.
It's never too late.
Well, you know what? She tried, and that's all that matters.
She tried. It didn't matter what, but she tried.
Yeah.
But she's all alone still.
Well, let's see. She couldn't believe it, and she started to cry. I knew you could do it, if only you'd try. Who said that?
Who was it? Who was talking?
It was Bear.
Bear came back.
He'd come back and he stood at the door, more faded, more brilliant than ever before. He came back
Bear
for
loves
his
friend. Oh, he loves his friend so much.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good bear.
That is. That's a good friend.
That's a good friend. They're
I'm
both good
sorry, said Fern as she finished to spin. I'm sorry I waited so long to begin. Bear hobbled over to Fern's brand new spot and put his arm gently around the clay pot. Come, Fern, Bear whispered, too choked up to talk. Come take my hand and let's go for a walk.
Oh, they were able to go for a walk fine after
They
all
were.
those years.
They were, and you know what?
Tell me.
Bear was such a good friend because he was so patient and he waited for his friend for when the time was right for her.
Yeah, that's a really good friend. That's a good way to be a good friend to somebody.
Yeah,
Wow.
just support them.
And then he came back for her,
He did.
and they went for a walk together. Oh, that's really nice. That's a nice story.
It is.
Oh, you know, you're right. That's a good bedtime story.
It is.
Would you
right?
mind if I just told our friends and just reminded them to subscribe to our channel and then and maybe take a nap?
Sure.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Come on, Cashi. Get comfortable.
Oh, okay.
All right, friends. I think. Oh, Cashy's already asleep. Well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. Bye, friends.